Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Morcillon. I come and wish you a really wonderful New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. I'm sorry. It's really and discuss a few things about spirituality. I'm an artist and spiritualist. If you're new to the channel, I thank you to subscribe. I thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting as well. For now, in this sacred time, it's important to call on the angels, to call on the Christ, the Joshua, to call on Mother Mary, to call on those beings, to commune with them. They will never tell a story about this or that. They will see where you're at and they will offer assistance and love. So basically, we are in the service to life. And but it is very important to realize it is our mental body that determine our reality, what the Buddha used to say, what we think we become. So when the service to life, then we're following our soul plan. What we seek is to be in alignment with our highest path, our highest destiny. And for that, we need to discipline our mind. We need to positive our mind. We're here to open the mind of humanity to spirituality, as well as the collective heart by being the highest example of what we seek to express by expressing love. But this opportunity to ascend our consciousness is unprecedented. It has never been an opportunity for that, for all of humanity to ascend their consciousness, regardless of their karma. God will do all they can, regardless of where the soul is at. But it's an opportunity for humanity to return to the state of grace, to this paradise life. But for that, we need to forget about the darkness of the matrix and not to stop fighting a war. When we fight a war against the darkness, we are in the darkness. So we need to be able to observe that without being part of it. And then if we forget about the matrix, it is gone. It is as soon as people just tune in to the divine I am that I am, their great true, their only true identity, all of this falls away, all the shadows, all the illusions. So. Yet our soul will remind us in the coherence of our life. Our consciousness will be remind us of whatever shows up in our consciousness, of what we need to address and balance out. We have to understand within our mind we have positive side and a negative side, and they have rhythm. So if there is negative rhythm of judgment and self-blame or whatever, or judgment or whatever, the negative thoughts or projections or traumas or anything in relationship to others, we need to slow down the rhythm before we can completely turn them off. And then by breathing, we can bring more oxygen, more lucidity. We do more meditation. We slow down the negative pattern, and eventually we can stop it and have only the positive, receive only light, love, and wisdom from our soul. But so we need to remove the interference of the ego mind. Yet to respect that we are individual humans, that we have to deal with the imperfection of the human nature, and yet we have this universal divine nature. But the divine minister, that is the I am presence, or our God self, is really a personal spirit that is completely in dedication to our evolution. And yet it is connected to all human consciousness. It knows all that every human think at all time, as well as all the celestial. It is a very powerful universal spirit, and it knows all the past, the present, and the future already. Sometimes it's like it mystifies my mind by what is being revealed from me from my I am presence. Right now there is a big collective awakening of the soul, this power of attraction, things we don't need to force or to, there's no more need to really struggle or force with anything, because everything is coming by magnetic attraction. It is a magnetic force that drives the plan of God into completion. It is the end game. But this end game is actually a new beginning. So it is important to meditate and to call on to call on the Christ, call on the ascended masters, call on the archangels, and but yet we're going to be have to express this truth on a higher level to to all the sleeping population. But we have to understand and be prepared for. There is a great deal of there will be some resistance, because the level of ignorance in relationship to the truth of God and the universe is very deep here, and the sleeping population, some will hold on to, there is a lot of atheists, and then there is a lot of dogmatic religious, and so they might have a hard time to let go. Yet there is this great awakening, so we have to trust that people will be more and more open to they will be more attracted to spirituality, and And all those who have this massive ego in relationship to their ignorance, they are like arrogant within their ignorance, will not have this power to interfere within the plan of God, this plan of revelation that is coming, because it's more powerful. It is a cosmic thing. So forgive them. They do not know what they do, and do not take criticism personally when you express your truth. Um, but we're gonna need to take some glove, and stick to basics when we address a larger audience. Um, for here, I'm allowing to do like more master class. I'm already talking to ascended master in the making and gods in the making. So I'm allowing to talk about things that are far already from the future, bringing information from the future, from the after the ascended program. So we have to trust that more and more people will be accepting of this law of one, this law of love, this law of the one power, and gonna need to integrate the teachings of this law of one within all systems of education. And those who fail to recognize their inner light and their divine nature will wander into the samsara forever. So it's like it's going to take a long time before the new opportunity comes. But if they've been programmed to stay, to not awaken, it's because their soul has still a lot to learn. They have a lot of things to learn within the world of duality. Right now there is an upgrade in all the DNAs, but mostly for those who are ready, there is this awakening. It's a preparation for a great event and our personal ascension. It is a progressive evolution that will accumulate in our ability to live in a super consciousness level connected to countless dimensions. And I was wanted to make a note. I said that there is negative beings that lost their emotional power, so they're like fully in only the lower chakras. So they're attracted to the earth because they're like the emotional body. It allows us to see if we're in alignment, or if we're aligned, and our emotion is quiet. When we're not aligned with our inner self, our emotion goes to the sides. But higher beings do no longer have emotion. They are integrated into the state of eternal consciousness, yet they have something that's similar, that allows them to a mirror of life, that allows them to continue to grow and progress from their own mistakes. But the mistake of immortal beings are very different than the mistake of mortal beings. Yet everybody's continue to grow and learn in the process of reintegration of their source, get closer to the source. Everybody on all dimensions seek more connection to that inner source, to the great creator of all that is. For we all part of a play. And it's important we're here to stabilize the field, and to stay peaceful in relationship to all that is going on. Yet realizing our emotion is what makes us uniquely human. So it's very important to honor your emotions and to heal your emotional body. This play that is actually scripted specially by our souls. It's scripted so that we can stay in the matrix, we can continue to fuel the drama, or we can liberate ourselves from it. So it's very, sometimes we need to rewrite the play, to change our focal point towards something more positive. And there are things that accelerate and things that slows down the process once we anchored into this desire to free ourselves, to find this point of freedom. And to find this eternal love, this reunification with the source. Everything we think, say, and do will either accelerate or slow down the process, but we cannot be derailed. Once the intention is set and confirmed, there is no way back. We do not want to underestimate the power of all the invisible force, beings and entities that are influencing our life, for better or for worse sometimes. But like all the planets, for those who are conscious in astrology, it's like the planets have very powerful influence on the collective as well as individual. So, and we have guides and angels that are assisting us. The more conscious we are, the more we're able to work with them. They are divine beings that have eternal wisdom, that know all the aspects of our contract of our soul. We don't always know that because we need to discover it step by step. Eventually, we'll be able to open the book and have because all the soul on the higher planes have access to all the contracts, and so they're all going to play their role in relationship to what they see in terms of contract. there's going to be all kinds of discovery of secret ancient treasures and past civilization history that are yet unknown to humanity, like Atlantis, Lemuria, Ignatius, Rama. For me, there's a civilization that's a bit mysterious that keeps coming up. It's called Aquaferia. We'll see what unfolds. There are so many civilizations that have implication in the past with the Earth that will come back and participate in the evolutions. For the script is written by our soul. It is within our soul. We are actors on the stage, in the stage of life. So we need to play our true self. There was philosopher that was saying all the other roles are taken. You can only play your own role, but it's important to drop the mask of the ego to play our higher self, to play our God self eventually. And we are the only authority. Our higher self is the only authority that's capable of judging, of commenting on our performance. Well, we need to do a grand performance. We may as well. But the self-criticism will not assist us. When our higher self is criticizing us, it's not for blame. It is to be able to adjust, to upgrade, to move more into love, to become more aware. So it is important to celebrate the small steps and the big steps, all the victories, having love and appreciation for all, and to only look at the positive side of life, and in order to remove the opposition, the two powers. So just honor the divine being within yourself, this divine I am, the great God within yourself. It is our only true identity. At the end and at the beginning, we just take a role, play a game in the meantime. But that's the only thing that is true at the end. So just wanted to send greetings to your I am presence, which is connected to the great I am presence of all beings and all things as well, which is connected to the first source and center, at the center of paradise. For God can always be found at the center of paradise. There's at the center of all things. So that's one place you will always find God. You will never move from there. If you would move from there, all would disappear. Only God would remain. So He wants to keep we know that God will always want to keep this expansion of this great master universe going. So it's like, and there will always be new things to discover. So just being still and in humility, and just be in receptive mode, in gratitude and appreciation, and just continue to flow with the flow, and continue to ask for guidance when you need it. And we're really moving into a new year of the snake, which will be able to change our skin and move into the next level. And for it's going to be I feel it's very, very it's like the hour has come. The hour of God is coming. The card of the day is the soulmates, and whatever we feel deep inside is really what matters most. Those connections, those soul connections. But there is only one soul, so we are connected through the soul. But there are soul's connections that we feel deeper. It's because there is a deeper meaning towards that connections. The card of the day from the Mandela is union gives. United we give us strength. Connect to others. Connect to people that you appreciate. And build with them the project of the heart. And in this way you will touch the world. So it is very important. We're going to be moving. We've been doing this individual process, this individual connection to our inner self, and we've been building this soul, this connection to our higher self. But very soon it's happening actually. Let us make it now. We're starting to connect and make collective projects, and so it's going to be very, very essential and powerful. The card of the day is emotional journey, and it says in French: emotional transformation, liberation, freedom. It is urgent to express what you feel. Let it all out. It will result from that deeper relationship with others. So it's important, to say things with love, but express yourself. Very important to express yourself. After that, you may be accepted or rejected. Do not be afraid of rejection also, because at least don't hold things back. Basically, as the card says. From the oceans, the wisdom of the oceans is a persistent drive. See what you desire and move towards your goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instinct to guide you for the optimal outcome. So it is very important to utilize our mind to stay very focused on the outcome, on what is wanted. Very, very powerful and essential to not allow ourselves to be distracted by the distraction of the matrix. They have all kinds of bags of tricks to keep us tied to. And then I'm gonna finish with some oracles from the moon. It says, hold your vision. It's the full moon. No, fixed moon. It's about holding on to the vision. It's like very important to stay focalized. I think that's like the message of the day. What we need, the wisdom is meditate and contemplate. So it's also about allowing your higher self to reveal to you, once you have an intention, a vision, a desire, a dream, to show it to you in a way that is divinely orchestrated, and know that everything is orchestrated divinely as soon as we let go of the ego. What we need to understand is believe in the impossible. What presented by the higher self seems completely impossible, too good to be true, but it is the only truth that needs to be accepted, even if we're not always understood by others. So do not share. So there are certain things that cannot be shared with others because they will not understand, and they will, if they come with criticism. So we're going to need to connect with other people that are accepting of the impossible. We're here to make the impossible possible in connection with the source and the creator for the highest good of all. So it's going to be important to find trustworthy people where we can collaborate and participate. What we need to do is, conclusions are within your reach. You're really reaching the end of the cycle, and it's like it's the end of the movie, it's the end game, and it's a new beginning that will start. And the outcome is show the world the real you. So it's like it confirms what the other oracles were saying. Just be your true self, act in your highest, and do not criticize yourself. We all works in the making. God understands our ups and our downs, our positive, our negative, our strengths and our weaknesses. We need to find new strengths within our weaknesses and augment our strengths and diminish our weakness all the time. And there's always new strengths to be discovered from within ourselves. So, my friends, I hope this was interesting for you. I wanted to wish you a happy Christmas Eve. And I was going to sing a song it was called "Oh Holy Night," but it didn't come through my head. Another song came through my head this morning when I started thinking about this video. And it's about shame to anyone who lives in the past, but glory to anyone who's building a new future. It's called Pastime Paradise. They've been spending most their life living in a pastime paradise. They've been spending most their life living in a pastime paradise. They've been wasting most their life glorifying the days long gone behind. They've been wasting most their days in remembrance of ignorance oldest praise. Tell me who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? Dissipation of race relation, consolation, segregation, dispensation, isolation, exploitation, mutilation, miscreation, confirmation to the evils of the world. They've been spending most their life living in a future paradise. They've been spending most their life living in a future paradise. They've been looking in their minds for the days of sorrows lost from time. They've been keeping out the days when the Savior of love will come to stay. Oh, tell me who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? Proclamation of race relation, consolation, integration, verification of revelation, acclamation, world salvation, vibration, simulation, confirmation to the peace of the world. They've been living all their life, living in a pastime paradise. They've been spending all their time living in a pastime paradise. They've been spending most their life living in a future paradise. They've been living all their life living in a future paradise. Ooh, living in a pastime paradise. Let's living out our life living in a future paradise. Praise to our life living in for a future paradise. Shame to anyone's life living in a pastime paradise. So we're really recreating a new world with every thought, every word, every action, every intention we actually do. Huh? So just, I hope you're enjoying those times, for it is in the moment that we create a new future. I'm going to pull a few cards. I didn't take the angel fairy, but I'm going to look at this fairy. It's a fairy deck. Do some research and to continue to explore, continue to have the verification. To the here it says. My glasses are too old. I can't read the small print, but it's good to always read the small print. The highest wisdom, it's traveling. It's about traveling. I'm gonna change my glasses as soon as I can. So it's very much about traveling, to be ready for travels, to explore, to see what's going on in other places as well. What needs to be understood is the summer. It is the apex of the light, the harvest. For we don't need to wait for the summer to start being in the energy of harvest. What we need to do is a new home. So there is really a brand new beginning that is starting. It's like a new home, a new environment, new reality. This year of the snakes will really bring a new reality for us. And the outcome will be assertiveness. We're going to be able to really be confident. We're going to be able to assert ourselves, not to allow ourselves to come into doubt because of others' opinion also. Just be true to be your own authority, and it's really coming from within. It's something that's building from within, and slowly but surely we are returning, remembering, reconnecting to our own eternal divine truth and reality and sovereign self. Well, I wish you a wonderful Christmas Eve. And I thank you so very much for everything, for your presence and for your support. And much is going to be going on. We're going to have to start working together. For me, it's going to start in Paris, but then the whole world is going to open. We're going to have to create this network on the physical plane of connecting and supporting all of the light working community, making all the project of the light workers physical, so that they can already prepare the rest of humanity for this new age to come, this golden age to come. Thank you so very much, my friend, and I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.